Hey, Catalyst crew. Welcome to Catalyst Corner, episode 79. It's Thursday. Oh, no, it's not Thursday.
It's not even close to Thursday.
You know what I wanted to do?
It's actually Monday today.
I actually wanted to change up the intro a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm Evan.
Yeah. And it's Paul.
And, what are we talking about today, Paul?
We got a few things we're going to go over.
Well, before we even get into that, What are we drinking today?
Got the old Mad River Maple by Lawsons Finest Liquids.
I like a Lawsons, like
I do too.
It's a little mass produced, but I think they do a good job. I believe they're out of Vermont, not as local, but they do a nice job.
I'm not sure on this one, to be honest, personally.
A bit of a bitter end.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Yeah. Gets a little bitter at the end.
Good. Comes back with the maple a little bit afterwards.
Yeah, I like switching. We do IPAs in the summer, but I like to have a maple in the fall.
Try something a little different every now and again.
So what do we got? What do you have for me today? Tell me what we're doing.
All right. So I think we'd go back, look at a few interesting little news pieces around the world.
There is quite a bit going on.
Disney poops, the breaking of Elon.
Oh my.
Yeah, I got some stuff for you.
Okay.
Got some
I also want to cover, I don't know if you remember Boogie.
Yeah, the old
Boogie. What was it? 2988 or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know
whatever
the numbers.
His fucking numbers.
That's Boogie. I think everyone who's been online long enough knows Boogie.
About Boogie. Cover the Game Awards, maybe.
Yeah. The nominees are out, right?
Yeah. They came out, and then obviously, I got some stories for you.
Okay.
Finish up with some stories. So,
get me started. You know what? I'll hop right into it. So I was talking about the Disney poops. And
yeah. You really grabbed my attention with that.
This is something that I just got made aware of. This is like breaking to me.
Okay.
This last 2 hours, I was just listening to some stuff on the way over. And
Yeah.
Jumped out immediately. So I guess there's like news articles and like Reddit posts and everything coming out just in the last week or so that just people are just shitting publicly at Disney World, just all over.
So here's the thing.
Right.
If people are doing it at Disney World, I think this could be a pandemic.
Well,
people might just be shitting everywhere.
Hold on. So I think there's a special energy that goes into an amusement park, And
yeah.
and here's the thing.
You've been to Disney World, right?
Oh yeah, several times.
Okay,
several times.
Same. I've been there.
So it is extremely heavily surveilled.
Yeah, it's like the UK.
Yeah.
Very CCTV action.
All over.
Yeah.
There are people everywhere.
Yeah.
And you just got people dropping trow and taking shit.
No way.
Yeah.
Like grown-ass people?
See, okay. I'd have to go into the actual accounts. Now, I've read the articles talking about, like, oh, hey, there's an operator talking about, like, their ride.
Yeah.
Like the Rise or whatever it is. I think that's the new Star Wars one.
Okay. Or is that the Guardians of the Galaxy one?
Oh, no, that's the Guardians one.
Yeah.
Getting 3 poops in a day. Just in the line. In the line.
How long are the lines?
I mean, it's Disney. It's like probably an hour, 2 hours. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Step out of line. You need to poop. You get out of line.
Yeah, but is it a kid? I mean,
I got to imagine there's
here's
some.
the thing. If you told me like, oh, a kid shit in his pants.
Yeah.
Okay, happens.
Look, there was other.
If someone's dropping their trowel.
Yeah.
Opening up their ass cheeks and planting a coiled treat on the fucking concrete. That's taking it to the next level.
There's got to be.
That's insane.
I mean, how many people do you think are in those parks every day?
It's got to be a lot, right?
They're just shitting all over it.
I guess statistically, right?
Yeah.
There's got to be a percentage. Like maybe it's 1%, but if there's a million people that go through.
Now, let me paint a picture for you.
Yeah. It's probably not 1%. It's got to be less, right?
You're out there.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's Florida.
Yeah.
Sun's beating
You've
down.
spent $5,000 for 3 days at Disney.
Right.
Yeah.
You're in the parks. You're eating the park food. It's greasy. Of course it is.
Oh, yeah. It's not like it's gourmet.
Right. No, it's greasy-ass food.
Right.
Whatever. even
you
if
got
it's
a turkey leg.
high class.
Yeah, you got the turkey leg.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Tryptophan's kicking in. The grease is
You've been hitting rides.
Yeah.
One after. You're
and
in
it's
line.
shaking you up. You know, you went to Space Mountain a few times. You're all shook up.
These aren't the people who are like, ooh, my stomach kind of hurts. I got time to go out and like get to the bath. These are people who are like, you know that feeling, it hits you like a fucking punch in the gut and you're like, now.
Yes, I don't have a gallbladder.
Yeah, that's this.
So
these are people getting hit by it. They're not necessarily like villains, but
I don't know. Like, all right.
Yeah.
Here's
like,
the thing.
There's some issues.
This is going to be a little bit of an unpopular opinion, I think. So Disney is in a very kind of interesting space right now, right?
Okay.
Where again, the cost to go now for a family, for 3 days is around $5,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, so that puts you into two classes of people now, because normal middle Americans aren't going.
Sure.
So you're either super wealthy, where $5,000 for 3 days is nothing,
right?
Or you're incredibly unwealthy, and you just make terrible life choices.
You just don't care.
So what I think is kind of funny is the parks have become like they were insane.
It's like a massive income disparity between the two classes of people.
They were insane to begin with, right?
Yeah.
But now it's just like Mad Max level crazy because you have Hunger Games.
I was going to say Hunger Games are like these high elites walking amongst the dregs, shitting in the streets.
Right, they're in their genie passes and shit. You know, they're dressed up like Mickey Mouse and all that.
People shitting in the streets of the Epcot Center.
And the rest of them are just taking, pulling down their pants and taking coiled shits on the streets.
Yeah, there was one.
I like to think they have their little rag. Like, remember the old timers used to put the rag when something would smell?
Talking about one incident on a ride, which apparently had several restrooms in its line towards the back. You could go get out of line, go to a restroom, get back in the line.
You think someone's going to miss the experience of Disney to go poop?
Let me tell you here. This story is that woman clearly didn't know about these bathrooms. Searched for a door. Got in, shit right there on the floor. It was the operating booth.
That's incredible.
And because, it's a fucking amusement park ride, there's lives on the line. Your operator had to sit there with a filthy... Again, this woman's been in the sun, eating greasy food. And it was enough of a bathroom emergency that she ran to the first door and was like, this is going to have to do...
Do you know what...
they sat there...
Do you know what's incredible?
Hot Florida sun, and they operated that. That's a medal. They deserve a goddamn medal in my book.
Like a Mickey Mouse medal or something. Yeah. The Order of the Mouse. Yeah, absolutely.
The highest honors.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, when you kind of sit and digest it all, they got teenagers that they put in charge of the lives of lots of people.
Okay, to be fair with Disney, that's probably a little bit higher standards with them. That is like your average
people
carnival
are shitting on
ride.
the floor. I don't know.
Yeah, but have you ever seen one of those poops?
No.
So here's the flip side of it.
Yeah, they got someone to clean it up. That's true.
At Disney are insane.
Yeah, we live in a very weird the fact that I can't verify if it's true or not, but I believe it wholeheartedly that people are just shitting on the floor, and you have a poor fucking, Disney slave coming out.
Poor fuck.
Yeah. Clean, they fucking fell into the magic, they love Lion King, whatever it is. So, Disney's got its hooks in them.
Right, right.
And so, they make you run out, clean up the shit. You got to hit it with the bleach.
You take your little Simba head off. You come out, you fuck.
No, you come out from the secret tunnels because they have tunnels.
Oh, all over.
I've been in them.
Yeah,
I've been in the tunnels.
That's incredible.
Disney tunnels. Yeah, it's very strange. There are just to be clear, you guys, there are tunnels underneath Disney World.
Disney World is an insane, and that's kind of what I like about this poop thing. Is there's always those rumors and crazy things being talked about Disney. This one's confirmed.
Yeah, but the thing is, right?
Dozens of...
Let me ask you this. You know how the world's getting crazier and crazier and shit?
Yeah.
Is it just catching up with Disney at this point? Because, the thing is, nobody dies at a Disney park either.
Yeah, no one
that's
dies
what I'm
at
saying.
Disney.
It's just the most insane place, dude. It's built on a swamp.
Yeah. They just had to force it to exist there.
They denied nature. Right? He's like, I'm going to put a cat. Like, I know this land.
We're filling in this entire
This land
thing.
is sinking, but I'm going to put a castle on it.
Yeah, a castle.
He's a swamp witch.
Dozens or hundreds of amusement rides.
It's insane.
No one dies, but everyone poops.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, you can't, Wow. So people are shitting at but here's the thing.
Yeah.
If I'm going to Disney World, right?
Yeah.
I better not see a fucking. There better be no poop.
There's a fucking part of me that wants to see one now.
If I went for free, I'd want to see it, but I don't want to spend $5
yeah,
grand and have
and
to
look
at
at a
poop.
poop.
Yeah.
That's like
People
a Six Flags
But here's
thing.
the thing. People are set. Yeah. Or, like even like a local, like a Canopy Lake.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
expect someone to take a shit.
Canopy Lake.
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
Deep cut for our New Hampshire people there.
Yeah, but my goodness, like just shitting on the floor.
All over.
Is that happening at Universal?
I got to imagine.
Yeah, because like Universal is
I got to
slow.
imagine it's getting shit on and like it's not getting picked up in the next 5 minutes.
No, like maybe in the Harry Potter world, you have someone come out with like a wand. They're like, it's Leviosa, and the
But
shit
outside
just
the
levitates
Jurassic
do
Park one,
Yeah.
maybe it sits
No,
there
that's
20 minutes.
Yeah, Jurassic
30.
Park. Yeah. They're just like, oh, it's a dino dropping.
What do they call the fossilized fucking poop?
Scat? I don't know. Oh, yeah, fossilized poop.
Petricite or something?
Yeah.
It's a part of the attraction.
Don't look at it, kids.
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous. But I love it. That's what's funny about it, you know?
It's funny because it costs so much to go.
Yeah.
That's where it gets me, like, because you would expect, if you, like, here's the thing, if you stay in a hotel at that price,
right,
they have, like, turn-down service on your beds and shit.
It just makes me wonder about the people, dude.
I'm telling you, it's either uber rich
Yeah.
or just, like, the most degenerate.
I hope it's the first. I hope it is
the
some...
uber rich aren't shitting on the floors.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're actually,
human.
You're probably right.
They're human. You have this, like, never cares a day in their life, millionaire, taking their kids. Their kids get watched by nannies all other times of the day. They're finally spending time with their family.
I
They've
like to
taken
think-
their
the kid just
$1 million
shits on the floor and, like, the person's like...
Not even the kids. I'm talking, like... Your fucking millionaire is like,
You're just hopped
I
up on
shouldn't have had
amphetamines.
that last turkey leg.
Like you're eating turkey legs, you're hopped up on amphetamines. Like,
exactly.
You don't have a chance, dude.
You're blowing your ass out in the line to
Have
Space
you ever
Mountain,
let me
and
ask
you're
you this.
mad at them about
Have you ever, like you're,
Like,
or
how
like
dare
you
they?
feel, or you feel like they,
expect
they should
compensation.
be happy that
Yeah.
you grace them with your fucking turds.
fecal matter?
Have you ever been to a grocery store bathroom?
Yeah.
It looks like someone just pulls their pants down, angles their ass out, and just
In a
sprays
direction,
shit.
like,
right. No one's
towards
sitting
the
on the
toilet.
toilet. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, I don't want to sit on it. That's gross. Let me just fire off a fucking diet. Yeah. I imagine it goes like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like,
That's what
you know
I
what
look
it is?
at.
It's
it
very
as well.
like Bloopy-esque. Or Blippy, whatever the fuck
Blippy,
his name
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Blippy-esque, you know?
Right. And when you shit on that, man. Yeah.
Bit of a deep cut there. Blippy taking a huge shit on his friend.
Yeah, well, back before the Blippy
Well, let me ask you
days.
this. Like, if, would you let me shit on?
That's one for gut corners. I think. Yeah, I'd let you shit. Look, if
Well,
the
hey,
success
for the
was
content, right?
If the success was right around the corner,
You
if,
got to
like,
do it for the content.
Yeah. We're like, look, here's our signing deal. This is what's going to make us big. We
Yeah.
know it's in there. Look, am I going to get shit on once? Of course.
You know what they
Who
say.
isn't going to get
Right.
shit on?
Shit on me once,
Who
shame
am
on
I?
me. You know?
I'm too important to get shit on for success?
Right.
No. I'm a normal man.
That's odd that people are just shitting. So it's very like San Francisco-esque. There's just shit on the fucking.
Yeah. It's like becoming a cultural thing, I guess. Good.
It's part of America.
I think that unifies the rich and the poor.
Yeah,
Humanizes.
there's
it's very
two things that the
equalizing.
rich and the poor both do. They both die, and they both take massive shits on the floor.
But they don't die at Disney World.
No one dies at Disney World.
Everyone poops.
They paid a shaman. Like, no one dies there,
So, that's all I want to that's all I really need to cover.
You think?
was
Yeah,
Disney.
I hope that shows up in, like, the next Pixar movie, though.
Maybe they make a ride about it, like the Pirates of the Caribbean, something. Yeah.
There's not enough rape in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Wow. That's That's not where I expected that to go. But you know what?
I'm just saying, like, I want a little.
Didn't really sell the pirate
No,
experience
I want a
on
little
you.
authenticity when I go on the Pirates. I expect to smell shit. There's supposed to be scurvy and
that would have
syphilis and a bit of rape.
Yeah, I don't know how that would have translated to the movie, but I would have been excited to see it.
Well, the movie,
not the rape, the syphilis.
he has a syphilis scar in the movie.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, if you look at him, he's got a scar on his chin.
Yeah.
It's a syphilis scar.
Huh.
Yeah.
I like that.
So there's a little syphilis in it.
Good.
Yeah, I
Good
like
for
that.
them.
You like that. Come on.
All right, Disney, you got me back. The poops lost me for a sec.
Yeah, but the syphilis brought you back. That's what you need. What else is going? What else? You got any other weird
All right.
stories for
All
me?
right, I got one other for
Fucking
the
Disney
weird.
poops.
I know. I love it, though. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's nice.
what I'm about.
Yeah, I got a poop
So I
right
got another
now.
poop for you. So, yeah, I got
What
good
else?
old Elon.
Oh, my marshmallow cum machine.
Yeah. That's I've never heard him referred to as that, but I like it.
He looks like the marshmallow
Yeah, I
of the
know.
Stay Puff,
Yeah,
and he comes in everyone.
that's true.
So yeah, he's my marshmallow cum machine.
Okay. Good. Look, that's fine. Whatever that
What do you
is.
got? What is he up to? That's fucking lunatic.
Well, apparently he's having some hard times.
Oh, poor Elon.
Yeah, I know. You hate to see it happen to a billionaire.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
So there's like this whole thing that got put out. I guess some guy's writing a book about, what's behind the scenes with Elon and like buying Twitter, all that, and how it's like affecting him. Elon, I guess, has been like semi-public that like, buying Twitter, he broke Twitter, but it's breaking him.
Good.
Yeah, he
Here's the
deserves it.
thing. I think it's very interesting when these rich people look for sympathy from the masses,
Right.
because I thought we as the masses were very clear how we feel about rich people
Right.
when that submarine exploded.
Yeah.
We don't care
Here's the
about
thing.
you. If we could stop you, we would, but you have all the money.
I think that's what he's seeing.
Oh, that everyone hates him.
Yeah, like, so here's what I originally had heard about. So I was reading something the other day, and it was about how after you remember the incident, like, what was it, a couple months back? He got booed off the stage. He came out Dave Chappelle
Yeah,
show.
Chappelle was doing a
comedy
show,
special, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And say what you want about Chappelle. I know the trans community doesn't like him.
Sure.
But the man is a comedic genius.
Yeah, he's a very popular comedian.
And he was doing a show, and Musk was there. And I don't know if they're friends or if it's just...
It happened to be a thing, yeah.
Right.
But he got booed off the stage.
Like, viciously.
Right.
And, like, it was so bad that Chappelle couldn't... Like, usually comedians are pretty quick.
Like, to be able to roll with it.
And he couldn't. He's like, I don't even know what to say.
Right. Caught off guard with
About how much he was booed.
how much hate that garnered.
Right.
Right.
The thing is, though, is like...
And yeah,
You
ahead.
can surround yourself with people that tell you how great you are, and you can
Right.
buy into that.
Yep.
And that's fine. But you have to live in a closed circuit if that's how you want to roll.
That's
because,
what he's been doing.
Because
Clearly.
you-
That's all he's been doing.
At the end of the day, right,
Yep.
you actively choose to be evil every day when you wake up.
Right. You choose to use your money in shitty ways. You choose to abuse people. You choose to be an asshole.
You've stolen wealth from other people, because there's no way for a billionaire to exist without stealing,
Right.
people's labor. And we hate you for it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's and I'm going to say this, that's blanketed.
Yep.
Any of them.
Yep.
And yes, when you go down in a submarine and you explode, we're going to make fun of you because we're glad it happened, because you're bad people.
Yeah. It's deserved. Right.
You're causing suffering in the world. Like, suffering doesn't have to exist to the level that it does, but you're choosing to, put us in this situation. So when you go and do something stupid,
Right. You can't expect the whole audience to get on their feet and cheer for you.
right, and the masses hate you.
And so to circle around, I guess it's coming out like all the X employees, not Twitter,
Right.
X, whatever. These Twitter employees were, they almost called in like a welfare check for him, because I guess he locked himself away long enough
no.
that people were like, oh, I hope he hasn't killed himself.
Who hopes he hasn't killed himself? Because you know what? Let's find them, and they need to be shamed as well.
The people he's paying, I imagine.
Right, and that's the thing is, like, I just think it's so interesting because I kind of look back.
They got to keep the lights on, you know?
Right, but I look back on kind of, my experience in life, right?
Right.
And obviously in the 90s, the wealth gap wasn't as bad as it is now.
Yeah, obviously, it's there, but
there was this
changed.
weird, like in the late 90s and the early 2000s, right? There was this PR blitz that tried to make the general public feel like these wealthy people were in fact, either smarter or better.
Right.
In some way.
These were the people leading humanity into the future.
They're the peak of human evolution.
Right.
And now that we have things like, TikTok and, where
social media in general has been very good at unmasking them.
Right. And the thing of it is it's like, no, the reason you are where you are is because you're okay with human suffering.
And you know what it is? I think all of them have egos.
Of course, everyone has an ego.
Right, sure. But it's inflated in these cases. Obviously, you have $1 billion. You think you're hot shit.
Right.
You think your opinions on everything are right. So, despite what any of their PR teams or whatever say to them, they want to go out there, they want to go on social media and post their true and honest thoughts. And they're getting backlash. And people are telling them they're fucking stupid.
Elon is very, like his kind of thing. I don't know if you remember this, but
it's different nowadays.
He
They're
hosted
not
SNL
viewed the same way. Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No.
So I watched it because here's the thing.
I know you got to watch everything. You give it a try. It's good.
I don't really care for SNL at this point, but I know it's it has an audience, and if you go on SNL, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, he came out as a fucking, people were just like, this guy's a fucking billionaire. Like that was the thing. Like people were laughing at him, not with him.
Right.
Which is the word. Like you don't want
no.
People laugh with John Cena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. He's a funny guy.
He is. People were laughing at Elon Musk, and ever since that happened, he's been trying to be like, no, I'm really cool, guys.
That's the thing is, he's a really insecure guy.
Yeah, I think most of them are.
He really wants to be, but I think he's more so. Because look at how public he makes himself. He wants everyone to think he is the smartest, coolest,
right? But then
most intelligent
what's
guy.
happened though
right.
is that it all starts to fall apart when you go, okay, but what did you invent?
Right.
And then
nothing.
we find out that you invented nothing.
You bought everything.
You bought Tesla. You bought SpaceX. You didn't. You
None
invent
of this
nothing.
was made by him.
And SpaceX is funded by the government. It's not even like you're smart.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're sucking on the government's tit.
Right.
So we look at this guy who's perpetuating human suffering from the fact that he has to be the wealthiest person on the planet.
Right.
And you go, fuck this guy.
Yeah, he's a piece of trash.
And then
now he's upset. He's, I'm getting bullied, and everyone's unfair and mean to me. That's how he looks at it.
Right.
You know what,
bro? You want us to stop bullying you? Stop homelessness. Make healthcare not a for-profit industry. And then you know what? We'll put you in the history books as one of the greatest humans to ever live.
He has the money to make serious strides towards actual.
He could end homelessness. Period. That is a period end of sentence. But he chooses not to.
Yeah. Nice guy, that Elon.
All of them.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Fully agreed.
It is funny to watch him.
Oh, yeah.
break.
He's becoming, and I know it's an internet term, you've heard of the term a lol cow.
Yeah.
Like a Christian. Just a point in, his life is a dumpster fire. Nothing he does garners him the respect or love or admiration he thinks it will. It's all just used against him.
I think
look
when it
what
comes
a crazy
not
loser
to go,
you are.
Not to go
in
super
reality.
deep with it, right?
Yeah.
But I think what a lot of people of that caliber don't understand is you can have all the money in the world.
Right.
And money, you know what you always hear people say, money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you security.
Yeah, and security makes it a hell of a lot easier to be happy.
Sure. Now, that being said, there is that only works to a point.
Right.
Because once your basic needs are met.
Right.
Anything over that is not going to make your life significantly better.
Well, they talk about the hierarchy of needs. What's the whole thing?
It's like, like shelter, food.
Yeah.
You know.
Look, He's got all of the creature comfort stuff down.
Well, but the thing is, though, right, is that if you look at how humans are capable of being happy, like the difference between someone who has all their needs met, can go on vacation twice a year and like has, newer shit, isn't really limited to what they can do, things like that.
Right.
Maybe they're worth like $2 million.
Sure.
Versus the guy with the mega yacht, their happiness is probably the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you can really push through the dopamine
like
ceiling.
I'm saying is, there's already a certain point, well before $1 billion, where anything creature comfort related, anything worldly that you need to feel safe, secure, happy is there. It's available. At a moment's notice, it's yours.
I mean, I think it maxes out at like 10 million, dude. Like,
sure.
I think
I agree with you.
Once you can afford a nice place to, a nice base of operations and chase whatever passions you have, right? And care for the people that are important to you in your life.
Right.
Those are the basic human needs that are used to be happy. What ends up happening is you have these people that are probably depressed like the rest of us, that can't figure out that accruing an insane amount of wealth is not going to fix you.
Here's the thing. Here's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So they reached that point, right? They reached that point where they had the money, they had the security, they had all that.
Right, and they still felt bad.
Right. And they weren't fully happy yet. And rather than looking at themselves and saying, okay, well, what's going on with my psyche? What's wrong with my personal relationships?
It can't be me.
Right. What do I need to change in my life? Do I need to seek therapy? Any sort of normal steps that a lot of us would do. And instead, they're like, well, I guess I just haven't got enough yet.
Right. And
they
then
double down on the pursuit of getting more.
I think what's interesting about Elon is he's the richest person on the planet.
Yeah.
So you can't get higher than him.
Right.
And he's miserable.
Yeah. So maybe the most miserable.
Right. So it's just like, I think what's happening is we see that as a society.
Yeah.
And we go, okay, so massive amounts of wealth is absolutely not the answer because he's miserable.
Infinite money doesn't make you happy.
No.
Not if you're a broken person at the minimum.
Right. And he
very much is.
Take it from someone who's a broken person.
Yeah, you can takes one to know one.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got that look in his eye. I look at him and I go, you ready to do this? Like, I got the Kool-Aid going. I'll pour the arsenic in. You want to do it?
Yeah, all right.
I'll play chicken with you, motherfucker.
A little Jonestown action.
A little bit. Yeah, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. I wouldn't even I don't even think that's weird news. I think that's great news.
Yeah, a little bit. But look, let's step away from news. I know we've been big on like the online gaming presence for a while now. We've been talking a lot about that. Do you got anything for me on the
Yeah, so I want to talk about
well, we already covered some of what we were talking about.
I want to talk about Boogie, obviously, but it's even kind of bigger than that because
kind of similar.
Yeah, very similar, but at the same time, I think what's kind of
parallels.
I like when things like that pop up. Like Boogie, because it makes me remember like how it was. Right. Before YouTube was owned by Google, like when YouTube was an honest to God, like innovative platform
for video sharing. Yeah.
Right. You and I was there for it, and so were you.
Right.
And it's like, I know a lot of our younger listeners don't know of a pre-Google YouTube.
Yeah. I remember YouTube first becoming a thing, people being like, hey, you got to watch this new video.
And they were, you know why they were so good? Because they were pure.
Like Halo 1 montages shit.
It was just pure, like the comedy. It wasn't about making money.
Right.
That's what it was. It's because you couldn't make money.
Yeah.
So you had like the weird chocolate rains and the Freddie Foxes and all that weird sort of fucking
skit humor was big.
And it was funny because it was just people being honest, in who they were.
Right. It was very authentic.
Right. And I think there was really something special about that.
I agree.
And obviously now it's just about monetizing your channel.
Right. Following trends, seeing what's... Yeah, exactly.
And,
getting sponsorships.
It all becomes a lot more commercial.
Yeah.
Now, Boogie was one of the original YouTubers.
Right. He comes from the beginning of it, really. 2006?
He was very popular from the get-go. He had his little skits where he was like the cringe gamer guy. He was overweight. And he was pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's what makes him one of the originals. He blew up. He was like a funny, positive, fun channel.
So much so that he, as it started to become commercial, he like won awards.
Yeah, it was like 2018 Gamer
Nicest
of the
Gamer
Year.
or
Yeah,
whatever, like some
that.
bullshit.
Cool stuff.
And then obviously, especially for our new audience who probably doesn't know who Boogie is or maybe is
Not
just
familiar with those content.
He fell off.
Right. It's been hard times. It's been declining for a while now.
And so there's been a documentary.
Yeah, this
and
came
here's
out
the thing.
how long ago?
I think it was last week. It's pretty new.
Okay.
I love documentaries about YouTubers. I love them because
they are unique, insane little fucking
it's one of those
insights.
It's just one of those things where there's really no PR people to help them either.
Right.
So with
they're
actors
not caught
and
up
shit,
to Hollywood in terms of
right,
the personnel
exactly.
management.
No one's protecting them.
There's no managers.
Right. And so the truth of it is, right, the Hollywood people are probably just as crazy.
Yeah.
But they can hide it better.
Right. They're reeled in.
So this shit, I mean, Boogie is just bottom of the barrel, degenerate,
falling apart, like
human garbage.
He hit rock bottom.
Yeah, but he doesn't realize it.
Yeah, or at least close to.
And it just comes out that he's this fucking, he pays for prostitutes and
Yeah, look, he's absolutely fucking terrible as money. There's allegations, and here's the thing. I don't want to speak to all the allegations and stuff because I watched the documentary.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into any of it. I'll talk about what the allegations are just to give some context. There's allegations of abusing his ex-wife.
Right.
Of being attracted to minors.
Yeah, you know what? Here's what I want to say about that real quick.
Yeah.
I think that it's very difficult to be a quote-unquote online personality because a lot of your audience is going to be young people. Right? So I think, you know how I am. Obviously, the stuff that we do, we're around a lot of young people, too. And I get, my asshole puckers because I don't know how to deal with it.
Right. You don't want to be.
I don't even want to go. I don't even want to talk to them. I'm just I can't even fucking please talk to him. Talk to my handler. I don't want to be a part of this because I'm so afraid
of doing the wrong thing, coming off the wrong way, being that creepy guy.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
I do.
And it's not even I'm not even sitting here going
yeah, you're not eyeballing everyone who walks by
yeah, look at that 13-year-old. No, right. But that's what I'm saying is I'm just sitting here going I don't want to my humor's a little uncouth and I don't want to say something and then someone goes, oh, so you want to fuck that kid? And I'm like, no, I'll fuck a rabbit, but I will not fuck a child.
I only fuck consenting adults, rabbit or otherwise.
Right, the rabbit has to be an adult too, just to be clear. I don't want to fuck a child rabbit.
Consenting adults.
But it's just I can at least. Here's the thing: I can empathize with a lot of these guys because I think it's very easy to go that route. Not to say that Boogie might not be that guy, but I just think you hear it a lot when YouTubers have a downfall. It's always pedophile. You know what I mean? And I think that's just because
I think
it's a younger person's platform.
A lot of the times you see that. Yeah. Well, it's a younger person's platform, and you see a lot of these guys getting with fans, having these exchanges.
Right.
These weird, overly personal relationships.
Right, you're oversharing with children.
Right. And again, that's their viewer base. So those are the people who are consuming it. Those are the people who are forming these parasocial relationships and saying, oh, well, I know Boogie, so it's fine if I send him pictures of my asshole or
right,
whatever.
But the problem is, and this is my fear, is that, shit's really not... I'll talk to you about whatever.
Right.
So if we had a younger audience that wanted to engage, right?
Right.
Obviously I have enough sense to just be I can't even engage because I'm so afraid that I'm going to just be Right. Oh my God! I saw a guy's asshole the other day.
Well,
and even that
as parasocial as any of you get, don't show us your asshole.
No, we don't want to see your assholes.
Don't show it to us.
If you're 18 or over, you can send us your assholes.
Don't send me your asshole.
Well, you send them to me. What we'll do is we'll rate them.
Fucking.
But you got to be an adult. I don't want to see any children's assholes.
Let's make it 21 and older.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah,
you know,
it feels
I feel like
better.
when you hit 21, like you may not know what's going on in the world, but you get enough sense on whether or not you want to send someone your asshole. You know what I mean?
Chocolate starfish, you know what's going on
Yeah.
there.
All right. But I'm just saying, like, I can empathize with that element of it, but after watching the documentary on Boogie,
Right.
I'm going, I think if you could fuck children, you might.
Yep. They have a whole thing with his girlfriend in there.
His girlfriend is what, 19?
She's 20. He's
Okay.
48, 49.
That's weird to me.
Yeah, he is. He is old enough to be her father, and I say that with a slightly smaller age gap than they have to my own son.
Yeah, it's the thing of it is this,
My
right?
son is closer in age than they are.
Well, because I was thinking, but here's the thing.
That's
When I
insane.
found out the age gap, right? Because, like, I have people in my life that are older that have age gaps.
Yeah.
But even a 10-year age gap, to me, is odd.
It starts, that's where you're like,
Like 2-3 years, I can understand. Like,
Sure.
You know why? This is why it's odd to me. 2 or 3 years, right?
Yep.
You basically have the same exposure to culture.
Right.
Right? You watch the same shit on TV. You were part of the same events in the world.
Yeah.
But 10 or 15 years, like his girlfriend was not aware of 9/11.
Yeah.
That to me is fucking weird.
That's insane.
Wait, she wasn't even alive.
No.
Not even just not aware. She wasn't alive when it happened.
Right.
So
I thought that's what you meant. But
no, like, because like
Right.
the thing is that if someone was born in like 99, they're
Yeah,
not
you're not
fucking
aware of
right?
it, right.
But all I'm saying is like,
she wasn't
you know,
born for it.
right? And you may think that that's
He was
not
alive for a good portion of the Cold War.
But what I'm saying is you may think that's not that big of a deal, but like for you and I who were aware of it and knew what it was like to live in a pre 9/11 and a post, I'm just using 9/11 as an example.
Right. For Americans, it does represent a different state of the country.
Right.
Pre and post.
And what I'm saying is that, you know, we kind of have that shared experience.
Right.
You can't artificially make that.
Well, that's just it's stages of your life.
Right.
If two people are at entirely different stages of their life with different amounts of personal power and influence.
Right, because the dynamic of the relationship is fucked.
It's incredibly damaged. To get back to Boogie and really focus in on what's going on with him.
Yeah.
He goes into this documentary. Mike Klum is the documentarian.
Yeah, and it's a great documentary.
Watch it.
If you
It's
know
less
Boogie, or if
than
you're
an
curious,
hour.
yeah,
I
it's
don't
so
care
good.
if you don't know Boogie. Watch it.
Yeah, just watch. Like he's a degenerate.
It's incredible. It's so informative. It's interesting. You're watching the fall of one of the YouTube original greats and what that looks like.
I think what's interesting,
I wonder
though,
if that's predictive of more to come.
There were just kind of, I think it is, first of all, because I think what happens is, you know, you give people that are unable to handle power and wealth,
in droves and very quickly.
and it's just a recipe for disaster. And you know, the only parts that I kind of felt bad about, and there were not many in that documentary, were when he was with his friends.
Yep.
And he was like, "Hey, I don't have any money," and they're like, "Yeah, we've been telling you for a while. It's cool."
Right.
And I'm just like, okay, so those are your friends, dude. Like, you don't have to be Elon Musk to these people. They like you for who you are.
Yeah, but he doesn't see that.
Right, but that's the mental illness.
Again, it goes back to the whole Elon thing where, look, he's not forging these relationships properly. He might have good friends who care about him and he cares about them, but like the relationship he shares on, he doesn't trust that.
Right.
He only thinks that they're around for the money,
Right,
the food,
to latch on or whatever it is.
Right. He can't even trust his personal relationships.
Right, and you know, I think this is speaking from someone that absolutely hates themselves. The only way you can get better is to just kind of let it go. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just have to put the trust in your friends and hope.
Right.
You know, hope for the best.
And look, you know, there's healthy avenues of broaching mental health. And I think that there's definitely mental health factors at play with Boogie. Like, he's got a lot going on. He's a complex dude. If you watch the documentary, it is abundantly clear.
I think it's
he
hard
needs
for someone like that,
professional help
especially to have
to unpack everything.
to have been kissed by the sun.
Right,
Do you know what I mean?
To rise up and just be such a public figure and to be so loved and so wealthy, and then again to drop back down and lose it all.
Right, and I think the saddest part is he thinks he can recover. His career is over.
The ability to recover is, I mean, it's possible, but I don't know.
You need someone in your corner that is absolutely
a miracle.
That's going to help you.
Right.
And I don't think he has anyone that is.
It's weird because,
and I got to tell you, the relationship with his girlfriend, where they're like crying about him dying or whatever,
right?
That was insane to me.
And here's another part of it. Not to spoil the whole documentary, but like that is the most unhealthy relationship
from both of them.
Mike, the documentarian, gets her talking a little bit, and like they pretty quickly established she's got issues, abandonment, no father figure in her life. He is creating this like codependent relationship based off of his own health issues.
Sure, but then there's this weird dark undercurrent where he's talking about how, I don't want a fucking Arkansas 8, I want a fucking LA 10.
Right.
You
the
know
way
what
he
I mean?
talks about women in general,
just objectified,
gross.
Right? Like they're just objects.
Right. Like what's it matter, if he buys and sells.
Right. He's just like, I was never able to be with beautiful women, and money allows me to do that.
Money and power and influence enabled it.
And I'm just sitting there going,
is there something wrong? And it's like, yes, if you're only enabled by power.
Well, no, I mean, but if that's all you think you can get out of women,
right?
Your view of half of the population is fucking insane.
And here's the thing: is I'm not anti prostitution. It's a complex topic, and as long as it's practiced safely with consent.
I think the world
without harm. Whatever. I don't care.
I think we'd be a lot better off if we were, added it to the lexicon of shit, because you could be safe about it.
As soon as you have to add influence and power into the contributing factors as to why you're able to gain and have sex, that becomes a problem. You're using that power over the other person.
Right.
It takes away consent being this 100% solid thing.
Yeah, I just think
it's a weird. Look,
there was a lot of weird dynamics on that, and I just think it's weird to see someone.
The fucking documentary.
Yeah, check it out, because he's a garbage human.
Oh, it's incredible! What a great thing. God,
you know what it reminds me of?
I've watched it twice.
It reminds me of like Channel 5 reporting.
Yes, very honest. I'll say that it is just honest about him.
Yeah,
all the way through.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Like if you're curious to see like what the skeleton of YouTube is built off of.
I was going to say, even if you don't know him, that's a great way to put it. This is what like the anatomy of a dying YouTuber is.
Right. And like you said, I think you will see more of it. I think someone like him or hate him, Logan Paul has been able to pivot.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He may be a garbage person, but he's been able to. It is. He's been able to pivot.
This is the fate of those early channels that are failing to pivot into something new, to change with the times and adapt to what they need to be.
And to bring it to our younger audience, I think you'll see this with a lot of your favorite Minecraft channels and things like that.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Anything in those lines,
right? Like that would be the equivalent, I would say, for a younger audience. But yeah, no, I mean, I thought it was a great documentary. I love when they come out. I hope we see more of them.
All right, well, that's probably about enough. Eat the rich and depressing vibes. Yeah, Boogie Oogies.
So the Game Awards.
Yes,
let's pivot completely.
Yeah, those just came out a little earlier today. The nominees.
Watched them live.
Yep.
And pretty stacked.
A lot of interesting stuff. A lot of good stuff.
Here's the thing. It's not a year. It's not a year where you go, God of War Ragnarok came out. It's not one of those years.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's not cut and dry who's taking everything home.
Like God of War Ragnarok, Last of Us 2, all that shit came out at the same time. Like, it was like, okay, they're going to win all the awards.
Right.
This year, you have great games.
Of, like, a lot of genres, too.
Right. That's what I think it is there's a very mixed...
bag of, like... great contenders.
I mean, not to go too deep with it, but your game of the year, you're talking about Spider-Man.
Yep.
2, great game.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2, great game.
Yep.
Super Mario World.
A wonder.
Wonder. I'm sorry. Great game.
Amazing.
Right. Tears of the Kingdom.
Baldur's Gate 3.
And Baldur's Gate 3. These are very, very different games. Like, this is a very healthy lineup.
Extremely polished.
Right.
So many.
I just think it felt really good to see all the nominations.
Right.
You know
what
I mean?
Oh, yeah. It was so cool.
Because, like, usually you're going to get an open world epic story to win, right? Whether it's Red Dead Redemption or God of War or whatever. But this is like, hey, here's gaming at its truest form.
Right. Here's a little bit of everything for everyone.
What do you think's going to take it?
Oh. A Baldur's Gate's
That's
been
what
getting
I was thinking
crazy amounts
Baldur's
of
Gate.
love. Because, again, it falls into that traditional category that tends to win of grand-scale adventures over...
Done by a smaller studio than, say, like your biggest AAA titles.
Right.
Not a small studio in any regard, but smaller than Ubisoft or, EA or whatever.
God, I love you, Larian.
Yeah, they did a great job with it, too.
They are crazy talented people.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think that's what will probably take it, although Nintendo could surprise... I don't think it's going to be like Spider-Man or any of that.
Right.
I think it'll be either Baldur's Gate or one of the Nintendos.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. Here's the thing. I'm not big on, like, the platformers. I'm kind of terrible at them, or Mario or all that. I got Mario Wonder for my 6-year-old, and holy fucking shit, it's good.
Dude, the Mario games, like Mario Odyssey was great. Like the Mario games that have come out.
I'm going to even for Mario games tend to have like that fun and charm for the whole family. Like everyone can pick it up and be like, "Oh yeah, this is a fun, charming little game and enjoy."
Sure.
This has that dialed up to an 11. I say even more so than the usual Mario charm and family friendliness and just good for everyone.
Mario's OG.
It's just so
I mean, what's
good.
crazy is Mario and Zelda are two properties that have withstood the test of time.
Yeah. If someone were to say to me, like, this is like gaming distilled down to some of its purest elements, I'd be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, Mario and Zelda are
Like,
literally like, because here's the thing,
holy
right?
fuck, it's
like,
good.
You're not seeing new Pac-Man games or Space Invaders or any of that
Right.
stuff. Like, Mario and Zelda are the ancestors that have
They've
stayed
been
with
here.
us.
Yeah, since the beginning.
And
It's
now we're
crazy.
getting a live-action Zelda.
And then to go back to it, there's so many other things that have stayed good. I mean, like Spider-Man's never had a bad game. And the newest ones are just more of the same.
I think,
more incredible.
I think Insomniac has
Insomniac
has done a great job with the property. You know, and I haven't played Spider-Man 2 yet.
Right.
But everything I've seen, the traversal looks incredible.
Yeah.
And I think what's crazy, right, is on the one hand, we have this celebration of these amazing games that are loved by the community, that are making great amounts of money.
Yep.
And it works for everybody. The
Right.
shareholders are happy. The gamers are happy. Everyone
Right.
wins. And then on the other hand, you have David Zazzy Wazzy Laszloff,
Yeah.
who's just like, oh, you like Mortal Kombat? We're going to make it a live service game.
Gotcha.
All of their properties are all of WB Games properties, and that includes Suicide Squad, like all the DC stuff, is going live service.
Terrible.
No one is going to win on that.
Yeah. No one wants that.
No, nobody wants that except for this moron who's a billionaire
Yep.
who thinks he can see through the Matrix, and it's like, you can't. You're a fucking idiot. The only people that are doing good right now are ones that are catering towards gamers because they will buy it.
And you know what? That's what the story of this year is these are games that are crafted entirely for the player.
Right. But the thing of it
there's
is,
not
right?
a live service game amongst the nominees.
No, and the thing of it is, they're still massively financially successful.
Yep.
Because if you make a good game, people will buy it.
Yep. And they're then willing to support your future works. They're willing to say, hey, the last time I bought something from them, it was amazing. It was a masterpiece. I want more of what they're making.
Right. And I just think it's really
There's good stuff in all the categories.
It's just crazy to see like how polarized the gaming space is right now, you know? Like,
oh, yeah.
Like nobody wants to play mobile games on consoles.
No. And yet,
here we are.
Yeah, it continually shifts in that direction.
But a great lineup.
But yes,
great lineup.
For the year, the games that have come out are just top notch across the board.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
Right.
Before we wrap this up, what's going on in your life?
Let me talk to you. So I've told you I don't want live service games.
Neither do I.
I'm only here for the top-notch stuff crafted for the player.
Agree.
And so all I'm playing recently is always online, of course. Like one of the most egregiously fucking difficult to play games of all time. I've fallen off the wagon. I'm playing some WoW Classic.
So you're back on the Blizzard train.
Okay. Let me defend my...
Mr. Diablo
I need you to quiet down.
Yeah, all right, Diablo.
Quiet down.
Okay.
You quiet your goddamn... You shut the fuck up, Evan.
You shut the fuck up when you're talking to me. All right, Lilith.
All right.
So you're running around Azeroth.
Yeah, I love it. God damn it, I love it.
What is it for you? Just the nostalgia?
Look, here's the thing. I just need something to occupy the brain at times, and WoW just does it. I need to be able to spend 30 minutes to 3 hours killing wolves to complete quests. It's easy, it's simple, it keeps my brain occupied.
It was a time when
the numbers get bigger, it makes the brain happy.
Things were simpler back then.
I think that's what it brings me back to child. Look, do you think I don't feel dirty giving my money over to Blizzard?
No, I'm okay with it.
They're getting bought by Microsoft. Maybe it's a little better.
Oh yeah. Here's the thing.
I don't know.
I don't begrudge you for playing. Where you lose it for me is you try to rope me into it.
That's
the shame.
I
you
need
should
you
feel.
in it.
I'm not playing.
Join me.
Absolutely
Come
not.
on.
Nope.
Just one time, just a taste.
Yeah, right. First one's free. First 30 days are free.
First 20 levels.
First 20 levels are free.
It is exactly the same.
Yes, I will never jump back into WoW.
I need it.
Never.
Fucking good, Evan.
What level are you?
I just started playing like 2 days ago, so I'm like level 18 on my warrior. And I got a level 10 paladin as well.
Oh shit!
Fuck you.
So you're still free to play right now.
Oh, I love it.
Right?
No.
Oh, you from the beginning?
Okay. I knew.
So you're just now. Let me ask you this: so playing classic, right?
Right.
If you wanted to jump into the new shit, are you able to do that, or is that a separate?
I haven't actually really looked at like how it is to transfer things. So I'll tell you what got me back into it. You saw they released Hardcore.
Yes, I did see that.
So I wanted to give it a try. And I ended up making a little hardcore warrior character. He got slain, unfortunately.
That's generally how hardcore works.
Yeah. Well,
so you got to make yourself another one.
Well, no.
Oh, all right. You put it down?
Yeah, no. They have a free transfer. So your hardcore character gets killed, you can take him off the hardcore realm and make him into a normal. That's
much more forgiving.
Yeah. I like that, actually. Because, look, it means that the level 60s you see on the hardcore server, they earned it.
Right.
But, you don't lose everything for dying.
Right. Much more forgiving.
But, yeah, no, I have fallen off the fucking wagon. I'm falling apart. My health is still good, but, I'm kind of eating shittier occasionally because, I can't make dinner and play WoW.
Right, and raise a family.
Yeah.
You got to pick.
Leads me to another thing I've been doing.
What's that?
Ordered myself some food the other day. I was playing my World of Warcraft. I wanted to raid the Dead Mines. I'm not making dinner and playing Dead Mines. It's not happening.
No, you can't.
So I got some McDonald's.
Mickey D's.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's a personal love of mine. And they got some new stuff on the menu.
Oh my! What
Not some new entrees, but they got a few new sauces. Got a spicy sweet jam and the Mambo sauce.
Here's the thing. I'm not a big McDonald's guy myself.
I know, but I brought the sauces by.
And I tasted them.
Yeah.
They don't have the business of being as good as they are.
in a as a McDonald's sauce. They're delicious.
They're complex sauces.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Look, they all have that corn syrup sweetness to them.
Sure. Yeah.
But the spices and the flavors.
Right. It's not
whoever they
one
got
note.
in their test kitchen right now, give that guy a raise.
Yeah.
Or gal.
They
give
know
them
what
a
they're
raise.
doing. They know. Now look, the mambo sauce is good. It's
Yeah,
good.
it
I
got
enjoy
a very
that.
tahini type of taste.
Yeah,
to
it does. It does.
Yeah,
A little
it does.
sweet
Yeah,
lime,
I like it.
like a little
I like
spice.
it. Yep. Very cayenne heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that spicy sweet jam needs to become permanent.
Yeah.
I'll riot.
Yeah.
I'll throw a goddamn fit.
Yeah. I'm surprised at how good it was, to be totally honest with you.
Oh my god! I tried it on the nuggets. I dip my Big Mac in it.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Get that sweet and savory.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they did a fantastic job with them. Hey, Mickey D's, good job on your
Yeah,
sauces.
I'm in the best health of my life, and I'm about. and then I discovered the fucking McDonald's fucking
it's a
sweet and spicy
it's a
jam
slippery
and
slope,
World
bro.
of Warcraft.
Right,
So
right. You start
the path
playing
to
WoW.
300 pounds is here.
Yeah, gonna be the next Boogie.
I should hope not, but we'll
All
see
right,
how it goes.
Let me ask you one more thing before we finish.
Sure.
We meet a lot of people.
Yep.
Going to conventions, things like that, even just interacting with people in the day-to-day. What's something that you could learn about someone that would make you instantly lose respect for them? And I'm not talking about something crazy like children are attractive or maybe the Nazis were right. I'm not talking about crazy shit like that. I'm talking about something that is relatively normal that you would learn about someone that would make you go, garbage.
Look, this one's going to be hurtful to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But driving a Jeep.
Okay.
There is just this fucking cult of Jeep people.
Yeah.
It's parasitic. It's fucking insane. I've never met anyone who owns a Jeep who isn't unhinged about it.
Yeah.
It's constant. It's my Jeep. I'm getting a fucking lift put into my. I'm doing this. Oh, I'm getting a.
Yeah, it's like their whole
A
personality.
tow rig put in my a new light bar or whatever. I'm putting a wrap on it. It's going to look like they're dressed. It becomes who they are.
Yeah, it's
they're
one of
Jeep
those,
people.
Yeah,
That's
that's one of the cars where like people are going to tell you they drive it. You
Right,
know what I mean? And
right.
that is such a
And I'm not
weird.
against having a hobby, and if that's what you do, more power to you. Fuck, that's great and all. But Jeep people, much like CrossFit or
listen,
vegans,
I'm not asking you to be the best person right now. I just want to know something that
they just put it out there. They smother you with it. You try to have a goddamn conversation,
and it's always got to go back to the Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we were out in the Jeep the other day. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was out working on my Jeep, and
yeah, they wave to each other too. It's a whole thing.
There was the whole thing with the ducks. Did you hear about the ducking the Jeep?
No.
Look. There's a reason I picked this. There's multiple people in my life, Jeep people.
Yeah, you got Jeep people.
I won't speak to them. I won't say their names.
Yeah, you don't want to call out the Jeep people in your life.
Cut the fucking shit. I don't give a fuck about your Jeep.
Yeah.
Freddie, I don't fucking care.
Oh my.
That's not the name of the person. That's the name of their Jeep.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, exactly. Nope, fuck Jeeps, fuck Jeep people.
So it's Jeeps for you.
Yeah,
All right,
Jeeps.
so I got two.
Can't do it.
I got two.
Go ahead, Morgan.
First one,
Yeah.
if I find out you work for an insurance company in any form,
Yeah.
you're a garbage human.
Wow. Strong feelings.
Period. Insurance companies are wrong.
We're losing the insurance worker in Jeep.
Good. I don't care.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Get out.
If you work
We don't want
especially healthcare, if you work at a healthcare insurance company, I don't want you here.
Yeah.
Go find something else.
Right.
The other thing is less rational, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like many of your hates.
Yeah. If you drive bad,
Yeah. Poor drivers in general.
here's the thing.
Okay.
I have internal road rage.
Yeah.
I would never do anything about it.
Right.
But the thoughts that enter my head are some of the most violent thoughts.
Yeah, I see that.
Like the thing
I
is,
agree.
right?
I get
right?
it.
And after it's all done,
I don't even think that's a you thing.
I don't understand why I'm so angry about it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'll see someone driving like shit, and I'm like, I want to beat this person to death.
Wow.
And then, like, after it's all over, I'm like, where the fuck did that come from?
Who's that guy that lives inside you ready to kill
The thing
over
is,
the car?
I'm a different person behind the wheel.
I think all of us are to an extent.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know if it's just... You know what I think it is? Mm-hmm. Cars are weapons.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're going to drive like a fucking cunt...
Right.
You're putting everyone's life in danger.
They're weirdly equalizing, too.
Right. And so if we're all equal, I look at people that drive bad and I'm like, you're an inferior fucking species.
Because, like, all of a sudden, it's what you're driving that matters, not who you are, right? Like, I can be a 200, 300-pound guy in my...
Well, it's not... I don't care the specific, like, car. It's how you're driving.
Sure. But I think a lot of times, to go back to my Jeep issue...
Yeah.
The cars you drive are reflective of who you are.
I think... Here's the thing. I think to an extent. Like, I don't think Honda people are like... I don't look at them like, oh, yeah, there's a Honda person.
Yeah.
No, I think that's like... I think people who don't really care drive those kind of cars. Like, reliable, just nothing. Like, they blend into the background. Yep. Priuses a lot of times.
Yeah.
I see people that drive Prii, as I've dubbed them.
Yeah. The plural.
They drive bad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shitty Prius people, huh?
I had a guy, I pick up my partner at night. She likes when I drive her to the... She works at the hospital, so I pick her up at night. This fucking guy stopped in the middle of the road because he was lost.
Okay.
I understand being lost.
Yeah, sure. It happens to all of us.
Pull the fuck over, you idiot.
Yep.
He stopped in the middle of the road. I laid on my horn. I was ready.
Asshole.
I was ready to go in that moment.
Yeah.
On my horn, like, my partner got uncomfortable.
It was go time. You got to get out the car and fight him.
It's like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm just, my hand is on the horn.
Right.
Because I'm just like, you can't behave this way. I'm holding you accountable for being a garbage human.
Right, as you should.
So, yeah, those are my two. Insurance companies, because I think they perpetuate nothing but suffering.
Right.
And I get it. We all need to eat, but you know what? Don't work in an insurance company.
Go be a worker drone elsewhere.
No, there's a million other corporate places you could work at.
Go be a drone elsewhere.
Yep, go be a drone somewhere else. Insurance companies are evil, period. So if I find out you work for an insurance company, I lose respect for you.
And drive a Prius or a Jeep.
Maybe less so less so than like a bad driver.
Right.
But yeah, we're not hanging out.
Yeah, like you're not invited over.
Right. I'm not gonna curb stomp you like I may a Prius driver.
Not mentally in your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
again, it's all mental. But like, I don't know. I'm irrationally angry behind the wheel.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I'm not aggressive.
The human condition.
Here's the thing. I'm not aggressive about it usually. Like, I'll lay on the horn.
Yeah.
But it's just like...
Look, I think a lot of us, that's where we are in our head is, you get mad, you fantasize about the bad shit happening or doing to the person. Yeah, and then, you know what you're actually doing in real life? You get mad about it and at worst, flip them off.
Or give them a thumbs down, I think is even worse.
Wow, thumbs down guy.
Here's the thing. A thumbs down hits harder than a middle finger.
I don't know if I agree.
Yeah, fuck you versus this.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, you're so poor you don't even get a fuck you. You get a thumbs down. I don't know.
Hey,
to
look,
me, if
whatever works for you,
I'm going to be
man.
real with you. If you see me on the road and I'm acting like an idiot, give me the thumbs down. It's going to hurt.
It's going to really fucking bring you down.
It's going to hurt way more than a middle finger.
All right.
With that, let's put this one to bed.
Oh, yeah.
Paul, as always, I love talking about all this crazy shit with you.
Yeah. We got some big stuff coming down the pipeline.
What's going on right now?
Well, we're working on a new format for the old cast.
Yeah, trying to switch it up a little bit.
I don't want to share the details. I think that'll be something fun to do once the format change actually happens. We're trying some new stuff, trying to bring it back to form, and
got some new products coming up,
I hope you guys are enjoying it all. Yeah, we got some new stuff that's going to be coming out on the store.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully I don't injure myself.
You will. And
yeah, like a little bit, probably.
Yeah, I'll be here for it. I'll laugh. It's fun.
And then obviously we're going to be at Northeast Comic Con Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah, so Black Friday weekend, we're going to be there. We're going to have all sorts of goodies.
I'll be there.
So, come hang out. It's in Boxborough, Mass.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, come hang out with us. But what do you guys think? I mean, are you going to take a shit at Disney World?
Yeah.
Do you feel bad for Elon and his mental woes right now?
What about Boogie? You know?
Yeah.
Can he make a comeback? Does he deserve what happened to him?
Who's going to win Game of the Year?
Yeah, who do you got for that?
Have you tried the McDonald's sauces?
You're jumping on WoW Classic. There's a lot going on. You got the Season of Discovery.
I want to hear from you
Join
guys
me.
too in the comments.
Join me.
What can you learn that would make you lose respect for someone instantly? All right, crew. We'll get you on the next one.